It's the final adjustment moment before just the start of the race. Both coxswains have got their hands up, and that signifies to the umpire that they still need to adjust.
Attention! Go!
And you can hear the call there from the cox, hold, hold, hold. They're just asking the crew to really hold onto the water, so to not rip their blades out, but to really hold and press the boat away. The 8 is such a heavy boat. It's really important to be patient and not to get caught up in trying to move too quickly too early.
Definitely, you're trying to move the weight of a few hundred kilos from a standing start up to its maximum speed, so it helps if you just do that over a period of a few strokes, just so you can also have a nice rhythm and get up to your full race pace here. And what a fantastic start we've had. It looks like neck and neck between Mercantile and Shiplake.
Yeah, this is really one of the matchups. I can't believe that it's happening on the Wednesday that we probably expected to see. I think this Mercantile crew extremely strong up against, as you said, one of the best junior 8s in the country with Shiplake College.
Fantastic shot here. You can see exactly the way that Mercantile are accelerating the boat. The teamwork. I see plenty of sunglasses in the boat. These athletes are sure to be focused and ready to execute on their Wednesday mission.
And Shiplake just with an early lead at this stage. There's still a lot of course to run.
And a great shot here. You can see the name of the Mercantile boat, Edward Millier. The crew is rowing in honor of one of their clubmates who sadly died after a 2K test earlier this year. They're hoping to make him proud, and they've done so yesterday, beating Wimbledon High School by about 4 lengths.
Fantastic shot there of the Mercantile crew. They've got a very tough matchup here today. The coxswain, Nicholas Bogdan, urging his crew on. Sophia Purton in the stroke seat, 18 years of age, from St Catherine's School. A number of St Catherine's School athletes in here, of course. St Cat's, the first school to win the Prince Philip Challenge Cup trophy.
Although I'd love to repeat that this year again. But Shiplake are going to prove to be tough opponents. You can just see how well they're rowing together. They're very familiar with the Henley stretch. They train just 2 miles away from here and a couple of locks over. And if you had a perfectly still shot just from behind the bow seat, you could almost see just one oar going into the water. It's absolutely beautiful to see how well technically drilled these athletes are.
Yeah, look at the composure in the Shiplake College crew. Katie Proudlove in the stroke seat. Her face just absolutely relaxed, just totally focused on the coxswain and the calls coming.
I love seeing how loose and relaxed they are in the upper body. You can see all the work is being done down low in the legs and the hips. They're using the strongest muscles of the body, and it's the same for the Mercantile crew. They're just a little bit tenser up in the top. They're trying to work really hard, and I don't blame them because they have to gain a bit of ground to Shiplake. We've still got a huge chunk of the course left, and anything can happen in this race.
I'm surprised by this margin. I think I would have expected to have seen this race a bit closer for a bit longer.
That's because Shiplake have really been on it this year with the fire. They've also won the junior boys 8 on national schools, so overall as a squad they've really managed to make a huge step up. Obviously Shiplake on the boys side, they made the final last year, and they'll be looking to do the same thing again. I think the entire squad might just be unstoppable, but let's see how this week progresses.
Yeah, they've had an incredible season, Shiplake College, and they're showing us exactly why. They now have a clear water lead, a commanding lead over Mercantile Rowing Club.
can just see the puddles in this fantastic overhead shot we're seeing, and there's just all the power that the blades are transferring onto the water. You can just see the traces of it there as the boat heads into the distance, and these athletes are working so hard. You can see all those ripples coming out of the puddles.
Fantastic shot down into the boat. They look so good.
So graceful. It's a very mature style of rowing. Not very often you get to see a mostly J17 crew row with such maturity, such patience and elegance and respect for the blade with each stroke. The coach, obviously Dan Safdari, working closely with Dave Curry, a former GB Lightweight International. They clearly have a very strong technical model that they're able to translate to their athletes really well. And you can see that here. It's almost as if there's just one oar going into the water, one back swinging, accelerating that yellow Empacher boat down the track.
Great shot down the iconic stretch. Mercantile Rowing Club, their first time entering this event. It's only a reasonably new event to the regatta program, the Prince Philip Challenge Cup. We've seen the introduction of women's eights across multiple categories, and of course the bridge, the intermediate women's eight being the most recent of those 8 editions.
I think the event is so much richer because of that. We're seeing so much close racing and giving plenty of athletes an opportunity to race, whereas previously they wouldn't have been able to.
Well, showing why they are who they are and the results that they've had this season. Shiplake College, one step closer towards Sunday, winning this round of the Prince Philip Challenge Cup over Mercantile Rowing Club Australia.